Andrews of TRT World.
Next in Malawi is an associate professor of national security and strategic studies at Holland University.
Our last program, which is really illegal. Yeah, so here we like our practical citizens of power. So now
Hier ist Radio Taiwan International.
This is being a test broadcast of Radio August. It may go round again, we're not sure. It's an engineering test. And like I say, I don't know the frequency because it's recorded for this purpose. But the email's the same. It's planet266@outlook.com. So why not get in touch? From me, Bert, to everybody who's listening, thanks for listening. Regular shows should start soon on a frequency to be advised. Look us up on Facebook, Radio Argus Official.
TRT Türkiye'nin Sesi Radyosu'nda Nurullah Gençşehir'in ardından Sıdık Bayram, Tuna Kiremitçi ve Sena Şener'e sinedik soslar. Işın Kalıcı'da yanımda devam.
Technik, Wissenschaft, Forschung. Interessantes mit Wolf-Dieter Roth.
Vom Funk zum Quantenlicht. Wie die schottische Satellitenstation Dundee wiederbelebt wird. Nach dem Sputnik-Schock 1957 waren Satelliten ein ganz großes Thema.
Reklamlar.
Futbol heyecanını yollarda yaşayanlar için petrol ofisiyle maç başlıyor.
Mutlu günler, mutlu pazarlar diliyoruz. TRT Radyo 1 frekanslarından hepinize merhabalar. Birazdan başlayacak mücadelede ilk düdüğü beklediğimiz karşılaşmada
Sie hören WMR, World Music Radio, Ihr internationaler Musiksender. 24 Stunden, 7 Tage die Woche. Das ist WMR, auch übers Internet zu hören. Mehr Infos unter www.wmr.dk.
Warning, warning, Pakistan, official warning, warning, Peter Beddow.
Technik auf Radio DRFC. Verstehen, was dahinter steckt.
Hallo liebe DX-Freunde und Funkamateure. Zunächst herzlich willkommen im neuen Jahr 2025. Ich hoffe, Sie hatten ein schönes Weihnachtsfest oder ein ebenso schönes Chanukka und einen guten Rutsch. Ja, und das neue Jahr wartet gleich mit einer Neuerung auf. Wir senden aus Wufferton in England und zwar auf der Frequenz 9670 kHz. Nachdem unser bisheriger Sendepartner in Moosbrunn bei Wien zum Jahresende seine Kurzwellenanlage abgeschaltet hat, herrscht nun dort leider für immer Stille.
Oh yeah, so close, that's okay, thanks.
From the heart of Holland on Shortwave.
on 6130. This is Radio Europa.
Of the Bucharest Radio Romania International, vi pratite program na srpskom jeziku. Radio Romania International emituje programe na srpskom jeziku svakoga dana.
We touched base on Norman, didn't we? Bagway Street fame. Back to you, Tim. G4MS, G4AXP.
After the Arab-Israeli War of 1967, Washington approved the delivery of 50 F-4 Phantom fighter jets to Israel. Another major escalation in military aid, especially compared to the U.S.'s earlier delivery of less aggressive Skyhawk jets.
ساعت 2 بعد از ظهر به ساعت 14 خوش آمدید. بعد از ظهر شما به خیر شنوندگان عزیز، هومن عسکری هستم، میزبان شما در این برنامه خبری تحلیلی رادیو فردا در این یک شنبه 30 دی ماه سال
through the perspective of an African. How are things really going between China and Africa? What's the narrative of this relationship? Well, get a perspective with China-Africa Talk. Hear from African diplomats, entrepreneurs, academics, Chinese natives, and more. Get on our wavelength every week to find out what's real with China-Africa. Find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and more. You'll see you there.
Online, on air, and on your phone. Take today wherever you go and stay ahead of what's changing our world. From politics and the economy to business and technology. Today covers regional and international issues that affect China and the world. Keep up to date with Today. This is CGTN Radio. Hear the difference.
Now the news. I'm Tianlu. Authorities say the Shenzhou 19 crew members on board China's space station will conduct their second spacewalk within the next few days.
RRI de A à Z. Le courrier des auditeurs.
Alex Diaconescu.
Bonjour et soyez les bienvenus à une nouvelle édition du courrier des auditeurs que je suis très heureux d'animer.
Billy Joe Royal and Dean Courtley, and Kaz certainly enjoyed the Northern Soul. Lovely place as well. I mean, I'm sure people would come up from the north and would enjoy that. And Pigman says, does anyone still do the Northern Soul dancing? I'll tell you, I don't think many people did it much down here. But there was maybe in Northern Soul clubs down here, but I don't think generally it was much on the dance floor where the clubs and discos I used to go to and do the gigs for. But when I've seen it on videos, how it was very strenuous.
Yeah, very energetic.
They put a lot into it, a hell of a lot. So there's some great songs that came out of that time, and we did sort of get the flavour of it down here south. It did really sort of take off in the mid 70s, mid to late 70s, a bit of Northern Soul, and I enjoyed playing a bit of Northern Soul on the gigs that I managed to get to do.
Hi, this is B, and you're listening to Laser Hottest International with Martin and Sandy.
Yes, thank you, B, for that. And talking of B, we've got a bit of B coming up now. We're going to play this for Julie, aren't we?
We are, yes, Julie in the Isle of Wight. Yes.
Julie in the Isle of Wight.
This is from Simon.
Yeah, from Simon. Hope you enjoy it.
Verses 32 to 34. And at evening when the sun set, they brought to him all that were sick, and them that were possessed with demons, and all the city was gathered together.
On the Friday Night Rock Show on Radio 1 between 1978 and 1993. Remember 1978 was the year that we changed from 8 kilohertz gapping to radio signals. And the BBC decided to send little certificates that were sent out to every household in Britain with all the BBC frequencies on them, Radio 1, 2, 3 and 4, so that when they moved frequency to 275, 285 and you found it on your radio, you could stick the sticker on so you could find it again. You remember that? Oh, blooming hell. Anyway, 1978, this record came out, Show Waddy Waddy, Under the Guise and Swoon and the Meters, and the track called Rewind Band.
BBC on 247 meters, 1215 kilohertz, also available to listeners throughout the United Kingdom in
Charlando con nuestros oyentes.
Abriendo la parte textual de nuestra agradecer a todos nuestros amigos que continúan siguiéndonos en la red social de X, ante Twitter, y comparten diariamente con nosotros a través de esta red lo más relevante que pasa en la redacción española de nuestra emisora Radio International. En este momento envío nuestros más sinceros saludos a todos los nuevos amigos y seguidores de RSI en la red social de X, esta vez concretamente a la cuenta llamada como
Il y a tant de gambay dans les phrases qu'on va trinquer lors du cours d'aujourd'hui, Taï, je pense.
Oui, nous allons aujourd'hui participer à un banquet fictif.
Ok, ça tombe bien. Il y a une expression chinoise destinée à ces repas ou à ces banquets fictifs qui veut dire...
Welcome to the show, John. I heard you took the job in Florida.
Yes, that was a hard decision. But you know, opportunity seldom knocks twice.
Right, opportunity never knocks twice.
From the Netherlands, Radio Wouter, Das Radio 3920. Okay, my friends are in Spain, Northern Iberia DX. Thank you for the reports.
Informed and inspired.
This is World Today.
Welcome to World Today, a news program with a different perspective. I'm Liu Kun in Beijing. In this edition of the show, we discuss whether U.S. allies are ready for a second Trump disruption. Before and after taking office for a second time, U.S. President Donald Trump has been stirring up uneasiness among American allies. He said the EU is quote-unquote very bad for America and promised tariffs against European imports. He has talked about purchasing Greenland or using economic and military means to take control of the Danish territory because he says the U.S. needs the world's largest island for national security. How have America's global allies been taking Trump's messages? What does a second Trump administration mean for traditional American alliances in Europe, Asia, and elsewhere? For these questions and more, I'm joined by Kathleen Burke, Professor Emerita of Modern and Contemporary History, University College London; Jonathan Aronson, Professor of Communication and International Relations, University of Southern California. Also, we have Dr. Teng Dianqun, Director of the Diplomacy Study Center, Hunan Normal University. A big thank you and welcome to all three of you for joining me on this very important panel to discuss this topic.
Listeners on the Shortwave, very good evening. You listen to Radio International. Sunday evening. On the went 5860 and on 5836. I hope onze transmission is good. You can dan send email naar de studio en dat is Shortwave Radio Reports at gmail.com. Dus de Shortwave Radio Reports at gmail.com.
Conzikenzo Transitande of the 5800 kilocycles.
Die beste radioshow is bij Conzikenzo. Goedenavond.
Ist Paradise. Wir senden auf FM in Stereo und auf AM in PQ-UAM Stereo.
Radio Lux Revolution. The police and we break your take op de radio. On the Shortwave en op navaliat.nl. En op navaliat.nl wachten we nog even op Igor. En op de 58. Even kijken hoor. 58 gaan we zo close and down. En dan, dan gaan we op 58, 36 nog één klein poosje door. En dan gaat hij rond half 8 ook close and down luisteraars. Hè. Dus dan weten jullie er allemaal van. En de stream wacht ik nog even op onze Igor. Ja, die had een beetje wat anders te doen of zo, ik weet niet, hè, maar... De inspiratie is er eigenlijk een beetje op, hè. Ja, ik wil graag even Willem luisteren, hè, want... Kijk of die man ook over de grens loopt, hè. Goed, ja. Ja, als het goed is, goed de muziek.
Now with the audio clip, you're listening to the transmission again, so... Also on the 4870 kilocycles. Also the crazy pirates from the northeast side of the Netherlands, the Conzikenzo.